or lover? That's what I hear anyway.
Who is the dirtier player? No dirty coming from this guy.
We were smarter than that. Take a look at our size. You can't play stupid back then. Back then, they make you pay the price.
That's right. It was no joke.
No,
I remember my dad played in the 70s when there were with like Gordie Howe and Bobby Orr, and there were no helmets, and it was crazy. And those pucks were coming at your face at 90 miles an hour. You didn't play then. You're too young to play then. But can you imagine being on the ice with that?
Oh, yeah. We were there.
You played with no helmets?
No, but when we came in, my first year, it was mandatory. But in practice,
they grandfathered it in, right?
In practice, we still played without helmets. I took 10 stitches in the head one day from our own defenseman, Dean Kennedy.
That was the pass.
I used to have the hockey. I used to have the hockey hair, which was
I remember it.
Right down the middle. I had. And that's exactly where he hit me.
Are you
serious? It opened up 10 stitches right there. It was like, okay.
Do you know what hockey hair is, by the way? No one really rocks it anymore. Back in the day, it was sort of like it was longer in the back. My brother rocked it for many years.
Yeah, a little poofy all over the place. Lots of hair.
Lots of hair, very few teeth. Was the look of the day.
Yeah.
So now we have coming up on our show Tanner Pearson, and he's another Canadian. Who's, what do you see for him this year? We're going to talk to him as well.
Big part of our team last year. Unfortunately, he got injured. He snapped his ankle, hit the boards, and he snapped on himself.
Well, you just never know.
He missed a big part of the season, but what he brings is he brings speed, and there's nothing wrong with speed. We need more speed. Everyone needs more speed, and he brings that speed.
Are we going to have a hockey team in Las Vegas?
Oh, yeah.
Yes?
No question in my mind.
Wow.
I agree.
How long do you think that'll take?
Season after next.
I would say that.
Damn. Oh, yeah, you guys know something then.
No, geography. Geography.
Okay.
Right now there's an imbalance. There's 16 teams in the East, 14 in the West.
Yeah.
We need more Western teams, and we have an owner who's willing to step up here. We have the season seat deposits. You've got the sponsorships. You've got the casinos. I'm sure they're going to be having tickets for their clients in. So I think it's the perfect thing. And geography pushes right now. We need another Western team.
Right now he's the commissioner of the high school hockey league that the Kings have started. Commissioner of the NHL coming up soon. He'll have it all together. Just give him a little time.
Would you like that gig?
Oh, anytime. Yeah.
Anytime.
And a paycheck.
Well, I don't want to take a pay cut. So,
who's going to get the second team?
Well, Quebec is the one applying right now.
Wow.
I think what the NHL is trying to figure out, there might be the possibility of a couple of relocations as opposed to expansion.
Wait a minute. Are you talking like a Dodgers thing where it's like it was the Brooklyn Dodgers and then they're the LA Dodgers? So there's
a couple of teams that are trying to work things out financially.
Okay.
That cannot be done. Arizona, Florida, but both of those teams seem to be up on the upshoot because they've gone through the downtimes. Now they have the draft picks. Now they have the young players, and they should be getting better, and that brings more fans. If that doesn't happen, again, that's just an aside. But Quebec City, who's just built a new building, they had an exhibition game in there the other night, packed it with Montreal, Pittsburgh, and Washington. It was just phenomenal, and they've had a team before, so
sure.
That would be a no-brainer for them to get it. I mean, the support would be there.
Crazy.
I know the Canadian dollar's not really good right now, but for them to be able to put in, I think that would be easy for them.
If Quebec was located west of the Mississippi, they would be in by now.
Yeah. Right.
They'd be in right now.
Well, when I lived in Montreal, I started my broadcasting career up there, and there was nothing like those days. It was out of control, crazy.
Part of the culture up there.
Oh my gosh. Now, when you said the Florida team, were you talking about the Tampa Bay Lightning?
No, I'm talking about the Panthers. There's a team that plays just outside of Miami in Sunrise, Florida. And, of course, Tampa Bay went all the way to the Stanley Cup final last year. They're on the upswing. They're one of the favorites again. So, and Florida looks like they're going to turn the corner here. So, again, when you start winning, the fans come back.
Yeah.
But they're keeping an eye on a couple of franchises, and that might be another scenario. But, of course, what they're talking about right now, to come in, your entry fee, expansion fee, $500 million. So
that's unbelievable.
2 teams, that's $1 billion. I think we're all looking forward to that.
You know, I dated the guy who actually owned the Tampa Bay Lightning years ago. I should have stayed with him, apparently. Very nice. I think he bought him for $100 million. Is that crazy?
You have his number? I'll date him now. Jeez.
Tell him which movie he did.
You know Oren then.
Yeah.
You know Oren. Okay. Yeah.
I saw him.
Oh, there you go. So he produced those Saw movies, franchises, and made hundreds of millions and bought the Tampa Bay Lightning. I don't think he's the owner anymore, though, no?
I don't think he's no, he's not. They've had a change in ownership there in the last 2 years.
Okay.
Now, what's more violent, having your head put in a wood chipper or playing without a helmet?
I think
we have both elements with the Tampa Bay
There's a
Lightning.
misunderstanding that the game of hockey is violent. It's not. It's physical.
Very physical, yes. What's the worst, like you were talking about Tanner's injury, what's the worst one you had? Was it the stitches? I'm thinking probably.
No, I got caught one night. A friend of mine from Sudbury, where I grew up.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Ontario.
Or the nickel mines.
You got it.
Oh, yeah.
Playing for Buffalo, Mike Foligno, I came from behind on net, and the next thing I know, 3 days later, I was trying to figure out who I was and where I was. But obviously, they watch the concussion situation a lot closer nowadays, but
Sure do.
that was my worst thing, just out of it for 2 or 3 days.
What about you, Daryl?
I got a skate in the eye when I was playing junior hockey. It kind of caught me here, and I'm fortunate to have deep set eyes. It caught me here and up here.
Thank God.
I actually thought I lost my eye when I had rolled back because the blood had covered over my eye and couldn't see anything. So
Maybe that's what happened to Tina Fey.
Bye.
All right, Jim, Daryl, stick with us. We're live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. The Drive Home with Jillian Barber and John Phillips, Talk Radio 790 KABC.
You know, what's your favorite in the force when you need it most in the form of passport 101 violent or wrong in an accident, jammed out of downtown through the 4 level 5 passport.